Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Bronx Reefer Brock. Today's video is about my lighting situation. So in the beginning of my journey with this 90-gallon mixed reef tank, I started out with two Mars Aqua black boxes, and for supplemental lighting I used a Marine Orbit LED, which you'll see in the back shortly. So currently I'm in the middle of building a new canopy. I know a lot of the new school reefers have rimless tanks and they have no canopy. Unfortunately, I have other pets in the house and I deal with a lot of cat hair and things like that and dust. And so I need to have a little bit of covering and some air circulation over the top of my tanks to keep everything nice. I'm thinking on the new canopy, I'm going to keep the same design with the doors and the way the top is open, just to make sure the heat dissipates. And I kind of like this design better. I've tried different designs with full front opening lid doors and it didn't really work out well. As you can see, the Mars Aqua has always given me good color. There's always coralline growing. The corals love it. Always had good growth and good color in my tanks. But as of today, I'm going to upgrade to the new Radion XR15s G5s, the blues. There's a pro and then there's the blue. I have two of the blues that I'm going to install on this old canopy, and then once the new canopy is built, I'll reinstall the XR15s on the new canopy. Okay, kindly forgive, I do have a slight outbreak on my sand bed, and as you can see, there's reflections in my living room, so don't let that bother you. This is what we're here to see, the new Radion XR15s. I'm just overjoyed to get these. Now, I'm no techie, and I'll leave the the tech reviews to some of the other guys that are already reviewing these lights. I'm just a regular guy who just knows what he likes, and these XR15s are awesome. I've seen them before at my LRS. And I pulled the trigger on it. I finally made the move to upgrade my lighting. So I pre-opened these so I could just take it all in before I showed you guys. The packaging is awesome. Everything is in there solid. There was no shifting. It was pretty good. Already out of the box, I like the weight to it. It's constructed very well. It's a solid piece of machinery, man. I'm digging the look. It's very simplistic, as you can see. From what I hear, this fan is new on the top. It was on the bottom before. These are my first Ecotech products that I'm using on my system. So I never had any of the other Radions or anything like that. I don't even have the wave pumps or anything like that. I've been using Jabo products mostly. The lighting configuration here is outstanding. I did all the research. I watched a ton of YouTube videos of other people that had them. And you got to take into consideration that you are putting a more powerful light on. You have to do your research so you can find out the mounting height. BRS did all the work for you. So if you go over to their video series on these lights, you can find the mounting height and the spacing that you need to put it on correctly. Now, one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to go and download that Mobius app. The Mobius app is new. It's going to be controlling a lot more than the Ecotech products from what I hear. And that's your first step in all of this, because you're going to be controlling the lights through the Mobius app. So you got your usual, your power brick, your extensions. I'm not even sure what these plugs are. I'm holding on to them until I find out. You got your quick start guide and your power outlet. So basically it's fairly plug and play. Once you go into the app, you're going to have the ability to set your ramp up times, ramp down times. As you can see here, once it's plugged in, it's very, very bright. It's ridiculously bright. What you're seeing here, the camera's kind of upside down at this point, but don't do this. What I'm doing right now, don't do this, because the light gets very hot. and you can damage your lights, and you can start a fire. Actually, if you put this on any type of surface or light surface or anything like that, don't lay it down on its light. So what I need to do now is I needed to lower my hanging kit for my lights. Uh, when I had the black boxes in, had them mounted at a 17-inch above the water surface level. Here, I put my railings back in, but I lowered them just temporarily. Like I said, we are building a new canopy, so I dropped the level down to 9 inches above the water level here, which is recommended. It's recommended actually between 8 and 10 inches, but so I put it at 9 inches temporarily until a new cabinet is built. Yeah, I'm really going to enjoy taking my time with the new canopy. These things are gorgeous. They're gorgeous. I'm going to add some more supplemental lighting too. I'm believing that I'm going to try some reef brights. Maybe the reef bright kit, or just maybe one 48-inch reef bright to go along with it instead of the Mars Aqua at this point. So once you're in the Mobius app and you have the lights on, you can start to set your parameters, your scheduling, your sunrise and sunset. But it also gives you the option of, if you guys are out there and you're familiar with the AB plus settings, you can just click on that and it'll set it for you. You set your time of your lighting schedule, and all is good with the world. As you can see here, it gives the tank a complete T5 sort of look, which it's great for building the coral structure and having the corals grow. It's great to have that T5 look. You can alter this look as well. It has more of a greenish tint to it. That is something you can fully control with these XR15 G5s. Okay, you don't have to add supplemental lighting. Here I just put the gel filter over, so you guys can see what it looks like without so much blue. There's no losing with this light. You can do so many different things with it, and you can also add a splash of color. You can darken it. You can do a million different things. It also has an acclimation setting, so you're not blasting your corals right off the bat. You can set your acclimation time for a month ahead or a day in advance, but it gives you the option of turning these lights on slowly for your corals, so things are not overwhelmed in the tank. As you can also see here, I'm experiencing a bit of STN on some of my acros. So I'm going to let them stay in the tank for a bit to get used to the lighting, to see if the lighting here helps. I know most people would say just pull it out and cut it and do what you got to do with it. But I've brought corals back from the brink before. So since these are new lights, I'm going to leave those corals in the tank for now. And I'm going to leave everything alone for a couple of weeks just to let everybody get used to the new lighting situation in the tank. The growth is good. The flow is great. My NEM just split into two. If you saw a previous video of mine, they're enjoying it. They were kind of tucked away in their hole, and they're fighting with each other, by the way. But they've kind of settled on that one spot right there. So, bottom line, I've had these lights in for 10 minutes now. I'm not going to give you a full review, obviously I can't. If you guys want a full techie review, check out, Devin from Reef Dudes, BRS. There are videos out there. You guys can get the numbers and the par levels and all that other stuff. Ecotech has a reputation for being the best. I'm riding out with them. Give me a couple of weeks, a month or two, I'll have a better opinion. The view you're seeing right now, my camera just kind of locked in. These are the colors that I'm seeing now with my eyes. So you do have great color coming from these XR15s, even if you don't need or want supplemental lighting. So I'll be back. You guys get these lights if you can, and I'll give you a full review when I can. Peace out. It's your boy Bronx Reefer Brock. Peace.